High in the mountains of Japan, where the cedar trees grow so dense that sunlight never touches the ground, something lives. It has watched empires rise and crumble. It trained the greatest warriors who ever lived. And if you anger it, if your pride grows too large, if your ambition blinds you, it will find you. The Japanese have feared it, revered it, and prayed to it for over 1,000 years. This is the story of the Tengu. The word Tengu comes from the Chinese Tiangu, a celestial dog said to devour the sun during eclipses. But when the legend crossed the sea into Japan, something changed. The creature transformed. It grew wings, it took to the mountains, and it became something far stranger. There are two kinds of Tengu. The Kotengu, the lesser ones, are creatures of pure chaos. Bird-faced, crow-beaked, violent and unpredictable. They nest in the highest pines and descend without warning. But the Daitengu, the great Tengu, are something else entirely. They walk upright, dressed in the robes of mountain monks. Their faces are red as embers, their noses impossibly long, a mark of supernatural pride. They carry feathered fans that command the wind itself. The Daitengu are not mindless. They are ancient, intelligent, and deeply, dangerously proud. The Tengu are masters of the sword, not just skilled, supernaturally gifted. In the traditions of Japan, no human swordsman could reach true mastery without some connection to the Tengu. Their feather fan, the hauchiwa, can summon storms, flatten forests, and knock men from horseback with a single wave. They shape-shift freely, a wandering monk on a mountain road, a beautiful woman at the edge of a village, a child crying at the forest's edge. Any of these could be a Tengu in disguise, testing you. And what are they testing for? Ego, arrogance, the sin of believing you are greater than you are. The Tengu despise unchecked ambition above all else. Warlords who grew too powerful, priests who grew too corrupt, politicians who forgot their humanity. These were the ones the Tengu hunted, abducted, tormented, sometimes driven to madness. But for those who were humble, dedicated, and truly gifted, the Tengu had a different purpose entirely. His name was Minamoto no Yoshitsune. He was a child, barely 9 years old, sent to a monastery on Mount Kurama after his father was killed by a rival clan. But Yoshitsune did not spend his nights in prayer. He slipped out of the monastery in the darkness and went deeper into the forest. And there, in a clearing no monk had ever entered, he met Sojobo. Sojobo, the king of the Tengu, the greatest of all the Daitengu, ancient beyond memory, draped in feathered robes, surrounded by 1,000 smaller Tengu who bowed at his feet. No one knows why Sojobo chose the boy. Some say he saw the boy's bloodline. Some say he saw his suffering. Some say the mountain itself asked him to. For years, Sojobo trained Yoshitsune in secret, not just swordsmanship, strategy, deception, movement, the philosophy of war. He taught him to fight not with brute strength, but with speed and unpredictability, to move like wind, to strike like lightning. When Yoshitsune finally descended from Mount Kurama, he was a different person. He went on to become the greatest military commander in Japanese history. His campaigns are still studied today. He never forgot the mountain. He never forgot his teacher. And Sojobo, for his part, never claimed credit. That is the Tengu way, to shape greatness from the shadows and disappear. Today, you'll find the Tengu everywhere, if you know where to look. The long-nosed masks at Shinto festivals, the Tengu-do sword schools that trace their lineage to mountain spirits, the carved statues outside certain mountain shrines, placed there not as decoration but as warning. In modern Japan, the Tengu appears in manga, in anime, in video games. Sekiro's headless warriors, the crow demons of Demon Slayer. the masked figures who never quite explain where they learned to fight so well. The legend refuses to die because it speaks to something real, the idea that mastery has a cost. That pride is a trap, that somewhere in the wilderness, something ancient is still watching, still judging, still waiting to see if you are worthy. If you ever find yourself on a mountain path in Japan, and the wind picks up suddenly for no reason, look up. The Tengu were here long before us, and if the old stories are right, they'll be here long after we're gone. But the Tengu were not the only creatures these mountains kept hidden. Next time, we go deeper into the forest, and we meet something far less noble,